He arrived on a Thursday. I remember because it was raining, the kind of heavy autumn rain that turns the streets grey and makes the whole world feel smaller somehow. I was in the kitchen with Nina, helping her peel potatoes, when we heard the front door open, heavy footsteps, a bag dropped in the hallway, then silence. Nina looked up. "That will be Vasili," she said quietly. "He said he was coming back this week." I had heard his name mentioned before, the nephew of the previous owner of the room I now lived in. Allah had told me a little, that he had gone through a difficult time several years ago, that he had disappeared for a while, that nobody had heard from him. "What kind of man is he?" I had asked. Allah had smiled in that sharp, knowing way of hers. "The kind that has been broken and put himself back together. Those are always the most interesting kind." I had not thought much of it at the time, but then he walked into the kitchen. He was tall, taller than I expected, with dark hair going grey at the temples, and the kind of tired eyes that belong to someone who has seen too much and slept too little. He was perhaps 40, perhaps a little more. He wore a simple jacket and carried a paper bag of groceries, as if he had always lived here, as if he had never left. He stopped when he saw me. "You must be the new neighbour," he said, not unkindly, just simply. "Lyudmila," I said. "Vasili." He set the groceries on the counter. "I brought bread. There is enough for everyone if anyone wants some." That was all. No questions, no curiosity, just bread for everyone. I did not know then that this quiet, tired man would change everything. The first real conversation we had was 3 days later. I had come home late from the kindergarten, exhausted in the way that only work with small children can exhaust you. Not unpleasantly, but completely. I sat down on the bench outside the building because I was not yet ready to go inside, to face the small room, the peeling wallpaper, the radiator that groaned through the night. Vasili was already there, sitting at the other end of the bench, looking up at the sky. We sat in silence for a while. It was not uncomfortable. It was the silence of two people who have both learned that words are not always necessary. "Hard day?" he asked eventually. "They always are," I said, but in a good way. He nodded as if he understood exactly what I meant. "What do you do?" I asked. He was quiet for a moment. "I am working on something called Nadezhda," he said. "It means hope. It is a project for people in difficult situations, people who have lost their footing and need help finding it again." He paused. "I know what that feels like, from the inside." I looked at him. "So do I," I said. He turned and looked at me then, really looked at me, for the first time. Not with pity, not with curiosity, with recognition. "Then you understand?" he said. "Why it matters?" "Yes," I said. "I understand exactly why it matters." We sat outside until the rain started again, and then we went inside together, and Nina made tea, and Allah told 3 stories that made us all laugh until our sides hurt. And for the first time since that Tuesday evening when everything fell apart, I felt something I had almost forgotten. I felt like myself. If you loved this emotional story, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel for more powerful episodes. Share your thoughts in the comments below. Stay strong and thank you for watching.